Last week, the forces of the United Nations opened a general attack designed to finish their assigned task of repulsing aggression and restoring international peace and security in the area. This attack has been repulsed in circumstances which make it clear that Chinese Communist armed forces, totaling more than 200,000 men, are now engaged in North Korea. It also appears clear beyond any doubt that what all the free world hoped for was an intervention for limited purposes is in fact aggression, open and notorious. You will recall that yesterday I mentioned that word, aggression, and withdrew it, and said I will not now use that word. I will use only intervention until the facts come to our knowledge which justifies the use of that word. And I employ it here in this council and before all the world by direction of my government. I speak of that vast number of Chinese people, 500 million of them, and it is not they toward whom I point when I speak of aggression. Millions of Chinese will not forget that they ate, worked, traveled, and were clothed during the harsh years following the war, largely because of American assistance. The rice alone that we sent to China in 1948 and 49 filled the rice bowls of 10 million Chinese. I speak of aggression. I speak and refer to the Chinese Communists when I speak of aggression. Let us maintain forever that wonderful friendship which has existed and still exists between the people of the United States and those people of China. Mr. President, I should like now to put some questions to the Chinese Communist representative. What are his government's interests relative to Korea? What is the organization of these troops? Can the representative tell us whether his government feels that it could live in peace and good neighborly relations with that kind of a Korea? Or would it feel secure only if Korea is controlled by a communist government? The Chinese Communist regime, by its actions as well as by its statements, has caused grave doubts to arise in the minds of people all over the world. What the United Nations now seeks is an assurance of the peaceful intent of the regime at Peking. More important than that assurance, it seeks deeds which will demonstrate that its intent is genuine. Only if these deeds are forthcoming can China's neighbors and the people of the world feel assured that peace and security will prevail in the Far East.
中央人民政府控诉美国政府代表全中国10万用户的程度，是中国历史上从来没有过的。这一点，甚至中国人民的敌人